Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Genshin Impact reaction. So, after the unfortunate happenstance that went down with the all-devouring narwhal stuff and having to split that into two videos, that is not my fault. I will not take claim for that one, even though it was entirely my fault by not double-checking. I am going to listen to La Vaguelette. This is another one that showed up roughly around the same time that all-devouring narwhal did in my comments, and I was like, okay, I'm going to make sure to make a note of that so I can get back to it as soon as I can. And here we are, the one that's up next. So without further ado, let's hear what this one's all about, shall we? Let's go. Oh. Oh, it's beautiful already. Ooh. All right. The quick buzz rolls. Organ. French. Should have guessed off the title. I didn't think there would be lyrics. The light little tickety taps on those cymbals. This is being played off so soft. Unless... Okay, adding some weight in there. Nice resolution. Kind of get that galloping rhythm. What a blend on the voices there. Her vibrato is so aggressive. I mean, it's not rapid, but it's heavy, it's dense. And... resolution. Okay, I was wondering if they were gonna leave it on the high or if they were actually gonna close it out with a resolution note. They closed it. So obviously I don't know French and I don't know what the lyrics are, so I can't really comment on that front, but the music was gorgeous. As I kind of mentioned, it was soft pretty much throughout. It added some weight near the center, just kind of right as it would hit that midsection point where you want all the energy to come to a head. The voices were gorgeous, especially when they started layering them in the latter half as well. There's just a lot of really cool little things being done. The texture just being added with the light hits on basically all the percussion that was used. They didn't do anything percussively aggressive at all. They kept it all very soft and just light little taps and accents all the way through. Even the snare at the beginning, just kind of having those buzz rolls, and then the I can't really tell exactly what they were doing on the cymbals. I can't tell if they were just kind of like flam hitting them with like one hit then the other, or if they were like also doing some sort of a brush method, because it sounded very like elongated for it to just be like slight little like quick hits. So I think they might have used a brush in there, but don't quote me on that. I think the only part I would really say would be aggressive with the drums was that one buildup in the like latter half again. A lot of the latter half had a lot of weight to it, and I think that buildup is the only thing I would count as aggressive, but even that was pretty soft. They kind of kept the drums in the background, which a lot of the time they don't do because they're just so presenting in a mix of any sort. But there are songs like this one that blend those really well, and even though it did use some like heavier build stuff, it didn't let it pronounce all the way to the front of the song and take over too much space. It kept it soft in the background, and it felt like a support and not like the main instrument, which as a drummer, I love hearing drums. I love hearing them loud and proud, of course, but I also understand when that's just not the point of the song, and by any means, this song was not the time. So gotta respect that. If I had to guess a tone, since I don't really have any context to go off of by just listening, I felt like this song was almost a soliloquy. It was kind of like somebody talking through their own thoughts, maybe a little bit sad about a situation or lost in a daydreamish kind of confusion and is trying to answer some certain things. And then in the latter half, coming to terms with whatever decision they're making or whatever reality is being handed to them. That's a very loose generalization of what I think this song might be trying to pull, but I believe that that's accurate based on my own general intuition of how music sounds. You don't always have to understand things in order to feel what music is doing, and I talk about that a lot on here. But I think the most interesting part for this song, for me, was the resolution at the end. If only because throughout this entire song, the whole tone was a little bit darker, a little bit more like that diminished, sad kind of feeling, more in the minor area. But it's interesting to me because this final chord that they land on, just kind of trailing up on the piano keys, lands on a note and an overall chord that feels more happy and full and rounded, maybe a full major. I'm not a musician in that respect. I'm taking guesses here. I assume that that's the decision they decided to make, but it's an interesting one given the tone of the rest of the song being finalized by something that kind of changes the chord structure that was being used pretty much throughout by ending with a different set of notes on the keyboard than they were using before. So I find that really interesting. I'm not sure if there is a direct reason for that or if the person writing it just thought it sounded cool, but they're right either way. But with that thought, I think I'll digress here and call it a video. So thank you all so very much for watching. If you want to see more videos of me doing Genshin stuff, by all means, leave requests down below so I know which ones people want to see. I usually focus on the ones that have the most likes and get to those first. And other than that, if you like this video and you want to follow me and support me, you know how to do all that. And I will see you in the next video. Goodbye!